Good morning, everybody. How are you this morning? I hope that you are well and you are having a very good Sunday, that you feel refreshed and enlightened, and also ready for the continuation of our lessons. I did clearly not train my voice today. I am still feeling a little bit absorbed by this week full moon dispatcher that we gave to Mother Earth. And I would like to start by saying that we are not able yet to burn our dispatchers. The Pachamama or Mother Earth dispatcher is always buried. So during we will bury the dispatcher as soon as we can. So please be mindful in this channel. We're going to remind you when we're going to bury it, but it will be definitely until. So it's going to be soon. Sorry, it's going to be during these days. We will be able to bury it. All right, and then all the other previous dispatchers that we've been doing, the water dispatcher, the fire dispatcher, we will have to wait for the lockdown to easy, and for us to be able to build our fire. That also obeys to some measurement and some ritual itself. And we need to observe, and we want to do it right, and we want to do it in a right and welcoming energies. So we will let you know. And today we're going to carry on our teachings and our conversation on numbers, on special numbers, double numbers, repeat numbers, sequence and consequences of numbers. Thank you so much. I just had my coffee. Hey, I'm blessed. I'm very blessed. So, excuse me. We have started our conversation with the number 1 that also many can decipher as being the father number, or the number of steadiness, of leadership, of assertiveness, of guidance, steadiness, and of individual. And then we passed on to the deciphering number 2, which is also being excuse me. This is something not nice for a laugh, but we're all in family, aren't we? So number 2 is also the number of duality, a number of feminine, also related to mother number. And curious enough, we talked about all of these numbers during the month of May, which is the month of Mary and month of mother. And today we're going to touch on number 3, and the 3 of the trilogy, the Trinity, and also the consider the child or the son number. So repeating number 3's, if we want to dive straight on to this teaching, allow a few seconds for this number to come to you. And if the number 3 is already your special number, if you keep on seeing 3 coming on phone numbers, on activities, on to-dos in your work, in your job, but also in things to do. You are doing things, you're going to have to repeat things 3 times. For an example, a task, it doesn't just flow, and you have to repeat it, and you end up seeing it, repeating it 3 times. Or if you are seeing this number in number plates or paper slips, or all of a sudden you are using 3 pens at once when you are at work. I'm sure there's always a reason. Remember what I say, that there's no coincidences, right? So there is always something behind this number. And please leave us your comments and your questions on the comment page. And I am doing these broadcasts from my lounge, from my home, so I don't have noises from outside, and I don't have lack of internet like we had last week for interruptions, or I'm not using two cameras at the same time, and I don't end up like skew like this. So I am really, really totally focused and my full heart for this number. One of my surnames, the surname that I have inherited from my mother, it's Trindade, meaning Trinity. And so my heart today and the energy goes to her especially today. All right, so as you can see, we are very excited this week. We culminated. It was such an important week. We started the month of June, the first day of the month, the International Children's Day, and we invited Children's Energy to launch our website. So we gave fire, we gave temperature to our project and to our work. So please go and check out www.1111letthejourneybegin.com and scroll, spend your time, go to our story, find out who is Inez and who is Lloyd, what is the project, what is our mission, what gave, how did we gave earth matter to this project, and how we gave it air, what is the design behind all of it, and also what is the water, the emotion, the feelings, and now this fire, because everything is happening. Wow, wow, it's really, we are so excited. So we have still very nice giveaways going. You just need to go there, and if you want to grab your personal training session, or even to grab a ebook, a free ebook on the five elements, the four elements of earth, air, water, fire, and the element of love, element ether, the element that binds us all together and that will allow us to shift. So let us start now to talk about number 3. Shall we? By now, you are comfortable, you are energized, and you are so looking forward to find out more about this. So, what is the number 3 all about? Um, it's the number of creativity, and it's the number of speaking your truth. It's the number of righteousness, of unity and trinity. In terms of the tarot, what I've understand, the in terms of the tarot, the number 3 is the number of the Empress, and it's the most creative lady of the bunch. That one, definitely. And number 3 is also all about expressing yourself, creatively, expressing your minds and your thoughts and your design, and also expressing your communication. It's also the number of air, is the third element. Air is the third element. So now it's the time to pursue any hobbies or any actions, any events, any tasks that you enjoy doing, that building, um, creating, putting together, all of your creative endeavors. So if your passion is about writing, number 3, it's the number of it all. Or if it's about building or architecture or any sort of art, drama, dancing, um, complex engineering, putting together infrastructure, or or chest, or even if you like to put business or concepts together. Number 3 is your number, right? It's the number of air. Everything happens from this third cavity, all right? From your communication, but also from listening to the messages, and also seeing and um, and imagining and creating. So number 3 is also a sign to speak your truth, to speak loud, to put your wants and your wills out there. So do not let others dim your light. That's what number 3 tells you. That's what number 3 is all about. It's about you are important. And if you like writing, cool. If you like writing, just write what goes in your heart. Just work on maybe writing your diary, or even a journal, or even writing all the things that pleases you, all the things that warm you, all the things that you feel whole. And but while you are doing it, and you connect to number 3, to 3 as a number, and to the third element, the element air, be honest and speak your truth. Speak your truth. Speak your mind. All right. This is not the number of the emotion. This is the number of the mind. And another thing that I would like to mention is the number 3, as I said, is a very holy number, because it represents Trinity. It also represents the holiness of self, of humankind, of men as a creation. And I was reminded this morning the 33 vertebra, and in the 33 dimensions or levels on architecture and on creation. And 33, that was the age of Christ when he died and resurrected. Yeah, so sink in this, sink in the 3. How it's coming for you now that we're talking about Trinity and being a holy number. Okay, so where number 1 is a dot, right? And number 2 is a line. 3 is a triangle. Okay, it's a triangle. So it's the triangle for divine. We often put the triangle on our third eye. We seek the sun, the enlightenment, to come to our third eye, and we build a triangle to absorb the Sami and the purified energy to descend in us. Air, purified, refined energy. It's also a number in Christians for Holy Spirit, for the air and the intelligence within. So the triangle is the first shape that you can build on, right? It's a shape. It's no longer a dot. It's no longer a line. It's the first shape that you can build on. And in that sense, it represents the outcomes, and it represents also the first step of action. So when you see a number 3, it is a sign that you are on the right track. Yes. So if you are always looking for a validation of what you are creating, of what you are writing, of what you are speaking, of what you are saying, if you are on the right, and we usually says, I know that, oh no, you're in the wrong, you're sitting in the wrong, oh no, I'm sitting on the right. So number 3 is a validation if you are on the right. So if the number 3 comes to you, it is a validation that you are on the right. So now let's go with number 3, doubles, is duplicate. So if you see 3 and 3, so if you see 33. Now remember what we spoke. Every time you see the same number twice, you are empowering, you're doubling it, you are raising that number significant further, so higher. So number 33 and seeing 33s. So 33 is another master number. Remember, I also said that usually number 2 of the same number are still master numbers up 44. So 33 is another master number. It is highly spiritual and is the last of the officially recognized master numbers, although 44 is still accepted, but 33 is it's the last recognized master number. So if you see 33 or 33s, it is a message from your angels that now it's the time for you for you to share your gifts to the world, your creations, your writings, your engineering, your arts, your designs. It's the time for you to share it to the world. You are being asked to put yourself out there, and you're asked to share your knowledge. Um, it could be your art, your writing, it, you, you can be also be your awesome handicrafts or artisanal. Um, well, like for an example, are you really great on baking bread? Are you really unique on doing that? Well, so now if you are seeing number 3s, it's a message that it's the time for you to put your bread out there and to tell the whole world are awesome, are tasty, are rich, are the nutrients, you know, how um, fantastic it is. But if it's also about your philosophy, if it's also about your poetry, it's the time to go and expose your poetry and to put it, to offer it to the world, to offer to others. If it is your engineering project, and now you keep on seeing 3s and 33s, this is the time to launch your product, to launch your project, to launch your business, to launch your creation. Okay, and that's about speaking about 3s and the repetition of 3s as they come. Um, so I would like you to let me know during the week what came out of this message to you. What is the 3 the number that it's coming to your dreams? Remember that we're pretty much on a third dimension, and we are shifting straight to a fifth dimension. So you might feel like you, in a way, are trapped on this number, on dimension. But remember that if you hook onto the element of air which is the third element, the element of 3. And if you also sustain yourself on the triangle, on the first shape, that can be your platform to rise your vibration. So use your creation, use your imagination, you use all your creativity, your visualization. Use the number 3 to its full power, because it's the power of you to put yourself out there. It's a jump. Use the triangle to and the air to ignite your ascension. All right. So use the holiness of the number 3, the 3 worlds, the 3 cavities, the three is creating the triangle as the first shape, the 3 as the third element of air, the 3 of the Holy Trinity or the Holy Spirit or of breath or of soul, um, and or the 33 levels or hook to this number for self elevation, and enjoy. You please visit our website, send me a message, relate to us. We also have an action button on our website that it will go straight to Messenger or a WhatsApp message. You also have a contact form where you can write your questions, and then you have our Facebook pages. And please don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channels, because at the end of all of these teachings, once we reach 9, we will touch on 0, and after 0, everything will be removed from YouTube unless you are registered to subscribe to our channel. And then all of these teachings that are now being put out there for you with the greatest good and the greatest heart will then be translated onto short videos and short teachings, and will only be made available on request. So while it lasts, just go 3 weeks back and listen to our teachings or on our sharing of deciphering 1 as a sacred number, and last week also on 2, and this week go and revisit everything that was said here today. Go to number 3. Let me know your questions, and please enjoy. I will see you next week, same time, same place, 11:11 South African time, and we will talk about the number 4 on repeating 4s and how number 4 is such a solid number. So I hope that you enjoyed. I wish you a very good week. For those of you that stayed here until the very last time, I would like to congratulate our new members, and that I am so excited to work. So a big hug to Sandy, a big hug to Matt, to Maria, and to Nikita. I am so looking forward for our Tuesday for us to start the beginning of the journey in our course. For those of you that has not registered, please visit our website, find out what this is all about. It is basically a subscription on joining a private group for shamanic and spiritual awakening, metaphysical teachings as well. So sharing. Please join us. It has really a very symbolic exchange, and it's a safe group of heart. So for all of you, enjoy your week. Thank you so much for coming once again, and I'll see you next week, Sunday at 11:11 South African time, and have an amazing week. Take care and keep well. Bye-bye.